All right, first and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kalkadash, the monsters to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, who rule well and was worthy to be counted for double honors. Peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing the truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. It's your brother Gabari from the Indiana account, coming back at you again when I sit down. And this is gonna be an installment in the brother on the beloved Elder Ash's series that he just started up, I think last week, and it was called Violence Against Humanity. Basically talking about Esau, bringing to light Esau's violence that he does in the earth. There's basically destroying the human race. All right, if you go back and watch his video, he talked about basically what is it called, aquamation, where basically they liquefy dead bodies and they put it in a water supply. All right. His page is a GMS Remain Focus. Subscribe to be edified. All right. So this is just an installment to that. Basically, we're going to bring out the barium oxide, or also known as chemtrails, that is being sprayed on a daily basis. He's been doing this, my entire life, ever since I can remember. I remember some of these, lines, thinking that there were clouds, thinking that, that it was just basically, clouds in the sky. But really, to be honest, this is things to weaken your immune system. This is chemicals to weaken your immune system, chemicals to make you sick. All right. And he sprays it in the air. He sprays it all day, morning, noon, and night. He sprays them and it gets in the air that we breathe, and he basically fucks up the people. But without further ado, we're going to watch a few videos, and we're going to get a couple scriptures, and we'll end it off. I ain't going to make this video too long.
Look up, and you might see more than just clouds.
By the way, this is fair use, fair use. This is, I'm not using this for no profit. This is all fair use for educational purposes.
Chemtrails, the long white streaks left by planes, have sparked one of the most controversial conspiracies of our time. Some claim they're harmless contrails, but others believe they're part of a secret program to modify weather, control populations, or even spread chemicals into the air. The evidence? Increased reports of unusual illnesses and leaked documents pointing to geoengineering experiments. Could the truth be hiding in plain sight above us? Look up.
Imagine looking up at a blue sky and spotting those long white trails behind planes. What if those are...
Which it's not planes that leaves those long white trails. They'll try to convince you that there's planes that's leaving them, but really, to be honest, those are drones that's spraying that shit in the air. Because I've never seen a plane. I've seen many planes in the sky. They never leave that white trail of they never leave that white trail behind it like that.
Aren't just innocent clouds, but something more sinister. Welcome to the world of chemtrails, a conspiracy that refuses to die, even after 25 years. It all started when some noticed certain contrails lingered longer than others. Meteorologists attribute this to atmospheric conditions, but conspiracy theorists insist they're chemtrails, loaded with secrets to manipulate weather, control populations, or even mess with minds. Celebrities like Kylie Jenner and Billy Corgan fueled the fire by questioning these trails. Despite persistent debunking by scientists, pilots, and engineers, the chemtrail theory prevails.
Yeah, man, because this guy's a devil, He hires these scientists. Even fucking pharmacists. Esau it corrupts everything, So you can't even really believe these scientists, engineers, and because guess what? They're corrupted. They're all ran by Esau's program. All right. So he'll have you thinking that, oh, well, I'm gonna just bring some scientists to tell you that. Well, what about when who was it? David Rothschild. He was paying colleges to fund doctors and get away from what were they called before they was called doctors? I'm mad at myself. I forgot what's called. Physicians. He was getting people, because people actually worked on a body they knew had medicine. He were paying colleges and basically paying for physicians to be done away with and entering in doctors. And how doctors will prescribe you a medicine. So what? The pharmacy is constantly making money. They'll prescribe you a medicine that that basically they only puts like a percentage of the herb in the medicine, so it doesn't cure you all the way, but it basically maintains and balances your illness, so you constantly keep coming back. You see, so what Esau has his hand in everything. All right. So this whole conspiracy, oh well, there's scientists that says everything. Yeah, but Esau paid. You gotta think this is his world. You know, Job 9:24 says what? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You see, and it only makes sense. And it only makes sense. He sprays this chemtrail. He sprays chemtrail. He sprays sicknesses in the air. He poisons your food. He poisons your water. So you're constantly in need of him. You constantly going to the doctor. You constantly sick. And people be wondering why they wake up with headaches, or they wake up with a sore throat, or just any of these pathogens in the air. Because why? You're constantly being targeted by the devil. You see?
2016 survey of 77 experts revealed overwhelming consensus that no secret atmospheric programs exist. They explained varied contrail behavior through humidity, temperature, and altitude differences. What some see as nozzles are simply parts of the aircraft, like fuel ports. Yet, the theory's endurance is a testament to its irresistible simplicity. It taps into deeply rooted distrust in authorities and offers neat answers to complex phenomena. In today's world of endless info, sometimes it's distrust, not evidence, that wins. What do you believe? Imagine
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and their wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth," man. And who's destroying the earth right now, man? Esau Edom. You see? By all the what the chemtrails he puts in the air, what the barium the GMOs foods that he grows, constantly drilling oil out of the earth. See, the earth has what is it? The earth has statutes, commandments, and a covenant. It's a way that you are supposed to treat the earth, man. But you think Esau Edom cares? Matter of fact, let me get that in the book of Isaiah. Yep. This is Isaiah 24:4. It says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish." It says, "The earth also is defiled under the habitations thereof." You see? Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. You see? Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. You see, man. So what? Esau Edom, he is that curse. He's the one who's basically just treating the earth like there's a particular way you're supposed to treat the earth, man. We have statutes, laws, and regulations on how to treat the land. You see, you're supposed to only plant, if you're gonna plant on a particular land, you're only supposed to plant there for 7 years. An earth Sabbath is a thing. I'm trying to think of another one. You're not supposed to plant too close with what seeds too close with one another, splicing seeds with one. Let me see, can I look that up? I'll type in seed. Yep, yeah, here it is. Right. Deuteronomy 22:9. It says, "Thou shalt not sow thy vineyard with diverse seeds." Yep. It says, "Least thy fruit of thy seeds which thou hast sown, and the fruit of thy vineyard be defiled." You see, so it's a law that we're not even supposed to sow the vineyard, our land, with all these different types of seeds. You see, if you're gonna want if you're gonna plant on a particular land an apple tree, then guess what? Let that whole entire vineyard be apples. You know, you don't have apples, oranges, pumpkins, squash, watermelons, all on the same plot of land. You know, and you think this man, you think this man cares about that? You know, the answer is no, man. He's treating the earth like the scripture says in the book of Revelation. It says, "We destroy them, we destroy the earth." Man, who is destroying the earth right now? Esau, Edom. Who has the earth up under his hand? Who's controlling the earth? Who has the earth? Who's responsible for everything that's going on in the earth? Esau, Edom, because why? It is given over into his hands, like I said in the book of what is it, Job 9:24. See, Job 9:24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? You see, so this earth is given over unto him. All right, so he's responsible for everything that's happening into this that's on the planet Earth. You know, all these uproar earthquakes, all these tsunamis, all these natural catastrophes happening. It's all because why? The earth is rebelling against him. All right. We're not. It's so many fucking earthquakes happening where they can't even keep count of it. You know, and that's not a thing that's supposed to be. You know, just like your body is gonna send pain signals. Your body's gonna send certain signals to the brain to let you know it's under attack by something. Just so the earth is showing you that what something is wrong. It's not supposed to be this way. You're not supposed to be having all these earthquakes, all these sinkholes popping up. But why? Because what? Esau is dwelling, doing these things, destroying the earth. The earth is rebelling back against them. You know, it's fighting back. All right. And these chemtrails is something that he doesn't have to do. And then on top of that thing, he has to breathe the same air we breathe. You know? So here he is, you got this man who's just spraying fucking chemicals in the air to make sure that you're sick, to make sure that that you're destroyed. You know? Matter of fact, doesn't it say that in the book of Psalms? The Psalms, the 10th chapter. This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 3. It says, no, I'm sorry, from 2. It says, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor." Right. Oh, we're persecuted, man. You giving us faulty food. You making us breathe faulty air. You making us breathe faulty water. You make us drink faulty water, breathe faulty air, eat faulty food. And then on top of that, when you get sick and you on your deathbed, he gonna pump your ass full of medicines and then charge you for every little thing. You know? So what, man? He persecutes us he puts the P in persecution. You see? This guy persecutes the hell out of us, man. It says, "Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." You see, all the devices that I just named, man. All right. Fucks us up with the food. Fucks us up with the food. Fucks us up with the water. Fucks us up with the air. Fucks us up with the clothes. That's another thing that I didn't mention too. You know how he makes our clothes. We're supposed to have one fabric touching our body. All right. But what? He has 50% polyester, 20% wool, 80% cotton. You know, 30% silk, all these different combinations just to make one shirt or a pair of pants or some shoes. It says, and that's the whatever, man. It says, verse 3. It says, "For the wicked boast of his heart's desire, and bless the covetous whom the Lord have abhorred. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. He is not in all his thoughts." Yeah, see, man. So you think the things he do He thinks, man, the Lord ain't gonna be happy with this. I shouldn't do this. You know, I have to live on this earth too. I shouldn't be fucking up the earth as much as I am. You think he cares about this? You think he has a conscience about that? No. Says what? The Lord is not even all his thoughts. He just does stuff. It reminds me of this movie I watched. He says, I just do things. I don't know why I do it. I just do it, you know? Scripture says what? The soul that is in him is not upright, you know? Also, the scriptures in the book of Sirach says what? Can a clean thing come from an unclean thing? This man was created to be the devil. He was created to be destruction, death, you know? He was created to be that. So guess what? He can't do good. Good is not in his nature. It's not in his thoughts. And if he does want to do good, then guess what? He's going to do it to his own benefit. I'm gonna give everybody $2,000, but then again, I'm gonna raise inflation to where bread is $4, $5. So yeah, you got $2,000, but shit, everything high now. $2,000 is about maybe $500 in today's times. You take $2,000 and spend it in one day like it ain't nothing. I could take $2,000 right now and be broke by tomorrow, just by paying bills off, buying food, and just paying a few things and getting a few things that I need. And I'll be probably under $1,000 or probably flat broke by the end of the week. That's how expensive things are. My light bill right now is almost $600. In the course of what, a month and a half, it grew to $600. This shit is ridiculous, man. You know. So I'm gonna end it up there. Like I said, I didn't want to make this video too long. It was just an installment to the beloved Elder Ash's series he got going on, you know, where you know we're bringing out the atrocities Esau's done to humanity, you know. So Lord will hope this view is edifying for you brothers out there. Until next time, shalom. Keep pushing and stay strong.